Haha, almost in time. Hello, stream. Hi. I actually have a plan for today. Well, the semblance of a plan. So, we are in a single player world. Because. Ignore that over there, it's so small. Yeah, because it's actually a pain in the ass to build with all the ground around. Come on. There we go. Yeah. Also, I decided to move the main structure over here. However, I will be using this still, mainly because it was a pain in the ass to build. And I kind of don't want to... I don't want to just leave it empty. Moving it is going to be just too annoying. So we're going to incorporate it. So, the plan is... We're going to have the main spire here, right? Which is like a big tube. Well, an elegant tube that goes from the seafloor up to the surface. Has an entrance that goes down. I would like it to have like a ring or like a lobby area somewhere. Like halfway height. And then you go down, and then on this side you're gonna have the crew quarters. And over here are gonna labs and whatnot. It's like the vague plan. Actually, can I just... Let me just take a screenshot of this. Save. What to call that? Sea floor. Elegant. I also need muse. Oh, I know. Is that the entire thing? Let me check real quick. Well, seems to be. A bit quieter. There we go. So. Right, I wanted to start Krita. Go away, open image. That is too loud. Yeah, that's fine. Here's the floor open. Can I or may I even? Let me see. Why's this showing? Doesn't matter. I can't just change game capture to... There you go. Well, I thought I could, but is there... Can't you just show... Oh, there we go. That's almost what I want. No, that's not. So... Actually... Let me see if I can do this. Okay, OBS, go there. You go here. Okay, bear with me. I got this. Okay, this is the most uncomfortable way I could possibly do this, so it must be fine. So the basic idea, right? Here's the spire. It has like a foot here, and a foot here, which is a perfect triangle. Don't worry about it. Oh my god, that's gonna be annoying to build. It's fine. It's fine. I need to kind of... I also wanted to call them sectors. Like this would be sector alpha. Yeah, I think that's it for now. Let's switch. Oh wow, that's way too visible. We can't do that. Sector beta is the living quarters here, right? There's gonna be... I think what I wanted least is at the bottom have like a ring around it. Right, at the bottom of the spire is going to be a drill that kind of drills into the floor. So I want a bit of a ring around it where, like, you know, people check on the drill. Maybe above that ring. I guess I worry about that when we get to the 3D design. Here is going to be a tunnel over, where down here there's like a little cliff. We're going to have the sleeping quarters. All right, then let me check Minecraft itself just to see how much space we're gonna have. Okay, not actually too much, but that's fine. Because then we can have down here like the same design as over here, basically. Do you see the cursor? Am I saying over here like an idiot? I think you see the cursor, but it's very small. Anyway. Right, this kind of design. I don't know if I'll do the skylight again like that. I kind of want to keep it unique. All right, now we have a kitchen that wraps around here. We have the hallway going in there. Sleeping area. What else do we need? What do living areas need? Showers, toilets, I guess. We can add these here. It's going to be like a storage area here. That's such a nice square. Look at that. Beautiful. You can almost tell it's a square. Okay, what else? A command area. Why is that sector? Okay, sure. Maybe here? And then have a path up like this. I don't know if I like that. Well, we'll see. I think that's about everything. Yeah. Then we go sector stack gamma. I think that's gamma. Yeah, that's gamma. Which is going to be mainly up here. All right, which also has like a path going there. This is going to be mainly laboratories. Like so. Maybe you're going to have like a central path. Oh, okay. We're going to have like a circular thing here that has multiple paths. Go to and away from it. Like this. Like a crossroad. One thing that we might put in here, actually. I don't want a hangar with a spaceship. Yeah, that's almost it. Something like this. I don't know. With a submarine. I do have a submarine already. Been waiting to use that one. Okay, there's going to be a lab like this. Here, like a little maintenance thingy. I do want maintenance things and air vents and whatnot everywhere. I love building that kind of stuff. It's going to take me so long to get everything hooked up. But you know. Here, I think we might have a little tower that like goes up and has a little observation. What else? Oh yeah, that makes... Like here maybe, a storage area. I made a list with all possible rooms I could think of earlier. And I just kind of need to... I was thinking to just go in order with the sectors, but I feel like I still don't know at all how I want to do the spire. So I might just do that last even. Oh, but then how would we... Well, I guess we don't have to do the pathways to it yet. Maybe I start with Delta. Not Delta. Idiot with Gamma. Anyway. Let's go yellow. That's an ugly ass yellow. That's better. That's better. Right, sector Delta is gonna be down here. That one is gonna be a lot less surface facing and a lot more underneath. Like it's gonna run halfway. Alright, I need to plan it less because I can just dig some tunnels whenever I can think of something. Did I put anything significant in there? No. Nice. One thing that we could be doing is like... That is not... Whatever. Like this. Doesn't matter. Here, a little airlock. Right, so you can leave the entire thing through that. I just realized I could have used layers and have them actually... too late. Maybe another airlock here. Then we have running out of colors. No, a bit more of a here. Oh, that's very distinguishable from green. That's great. Oh, no one here is colorblind. Otherwise, sure. We have sector epsilon. That's beautiful epsilon. Which is gonna be... I don't know how to draw that. It's gonna be the maintenance part, right? It's gonna be underneath this. Like, underneath the entire complex. And then... we have sector zeta. I realize I have no idea how to do a small zeta. Sector zeta, which is going to be this over here, which is like a new addition that is a bit more... that has some special labs in it. Right, this is this building. And it's going to be connected via tunnels somewhere here. And it has another observatory in this little hill here. And that is all the ideas I had so far for that thing. Yeah. An excellent, perfect plan. Nothing can go wrong with this. What do you think about still the thingy here, the main thingy? What would be a good design for it? Like I do want either a central kind of... That then has a staircase going down, which would be incredibly annoying. I mean, it would have to be a staircase, right? I don't like ladders in builds like this. And then how would I do the lobby? Like just an actual blob like this on the thing, like a little platform up here, and then it has some standing things here. Actually, I guess it would be closed off here, and then there's the drill. Not, I mean, the proportions are all over the place, but it's not. I don't like the design. I'll think of something eventually. Let's delete this. I don't even want to look at it. Be gone, be gone, be gone. Let's just start with gamma. Or even beta. Do I have ideas for beta? Kind of. Sure. Let's start with beta. Wait, sorry, let me put stream over. As interesting as this picture is going to be, I feel like Minecraft is going to be a bit more the point of everything. There. Yes, nice. And now I wish it was a bit bigger on this side. Alright, we're gonna have the cafeteria, the canteen, the whatever here, kind of overlooking this part. Sleeping quarters here on this little cliff or whatever. Because then we can have like 2 or even 3 floors that are accessible from... Let me get... Red is a bit of grass. I won't see gray. Let's do orange. Orange for the walls. I guess I only really need walls. Okay, let's do purple then. Alright, so for the sleeping area, we can do... Or I would like to do 2 pots. Like this. What is the size of this thing? 7. Maybe a bit larger. What is that now? 10? I think it's 10. No, it's 11. Okay, it seems to be 11. Okay, sure. This is 3. And then... Okay, that's 6. That's another 5. That's 11 then. Yeah, sure. That should be enough space. Go up again. I don't like that it does that. It's fine. Is that? No, that's not correct. Like so? I think like so, yeah. Like then we have the sleeping areas here. Like there's one... There's one, what do you call that when you have a bunch of beds in one room? Anyway, one of them here. One of them here. Like 2 of them each. On the ceiling part... could do something like this. Why am I doing this? Right, that goes through. That is then... Yeah, that would be the height where the corridor is. With also some additional rooms here. Actually, how do we get down then? We could put a stair... We could... Oh, okay. We could have a staircase in the center here. That then has, Yeah. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm cooking. This would be the corner here. Means the last corner would be here. No. Here. No, here. Right, this is the corner of the building. The corridor itself. I assume it's going to be like 5 blocks. That's not 5. It's going to make these rooms kind of small. How much space? Where's the... Give me the... Yeah, that is going to use more space than assigned on the drawing, which... I mean, I drew everything very small on the drawing. So it's all going to be a bit bigger, but it's fine. We have space. I just don't know. That seems a bit... What is that? 5 wide for the room? Which I guess if it's just a storage room or something, that's fine. Or... we just make it bigger. There you go. Like so. Here. Cool. Actually, no. Should go there. Yeah. I get way too invested into these little markers. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, then we have the thingy that goes down here. I guess 3 wide is fair enough for that. No, that's fine, that works. Alright. That hallway then should lead over here. The spire itself is gonna be centered here. Which if... Well, now it would be good to know if the thingy goes through the spire or past it. That's fine, let's just... Step 5? No, that's 4. This kind of makes me want to play Space Engineers again. Why didn't I put them as well? Just gonna be building the tunnels and the hallways and the rooms. Obviously this direction as well. And it ends up over here or whatever. Is that the height? Yeah. Cool. And then 5 over here. Like so. No, actually, I don't know if the tunnel ends there. That's the main corridor for section beta. A side corridor will go down here to the food area. Actually, now I kind of don't hate the idea of having the control room connected to this. I think having it up here would be cool. I don't know if that's too close to the spire. Is it going to be down here? No, it's going to be here. Then it is kind of right next to it. Also, the triangular, like the 3 legs, are supposed to be there, there, and there. Which, yeah, not the nicest triangle. Maybe we can cheat a little. Yeah, no, let's still do it up here. What else? Would have been real good if I labeled those now. Right, the shower slash bathroom area. Would it make sense to have them more adjacent to the sleeping quarters? Maybe. Well, we can't really put them lower because that's where the... Okay, but we can have a main door here. And then... have the showers over here. That's the problem, that I make all these plans of where exactly everything comes, and then I realize, wait, I need more space, and then... I am also stupid, but that doesn't really... There we go. Here? No, here. No. Alright, 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 alright. I think that works. That's gonna be the pathway up. Let's do that. Let's do this area first. I do want, again, more glass here. Very visible down into the water, which... Okay, let's go a bit more freestyle here. Maybe not too freestyle. Let me do a circle. Radius what, 7? Definitely not 7. Could work. Let's try 11. Yeah, I kinda like that. Stack this, this. Oh, this just takes all the water with it. That's fine. Yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. Let's mark this proper. Boom. Does that fill it up? Nope. There you go. Maybe I should have just made the circle outside and then... Well, would that have fixed anything? Not really. Right, so we have this central bit. And this bit, which continues to be a wall here. Maybe here. Yeah, and then this is like the entranceway into the kitchen. Like so. Right, and then we have a storage here for food. It's actually in the plan that was over here. That's fine, I'll find something to put there. There's also going to be a bunch of external decorations that I have to find space for. Well, less space and more just kind of an idea for it. No, that's accurate. Like so. Now the options here would be to either be boring. We could have tunnels make turns and curves. Which would make them more interesting, but also a lot harder to build for like no reason. You know, let's just not. We get plenty of curves and whatnot to build. That's not where you go. No, that's where you go. Then it's 5 here. No, here. Like so. Alright, and they then connect up here. Gonna have some stairs that they'll have to run up and down, but it's not exactly gonna be the most accessible place, but I think for this build that's fine. Okay, yeah. Now where to start? Oh yeah, what? No, the command post. Command posts we could kind of put on pillars. Like so. Box like there. Something like that. And then, how would it be accessible? Oh, I know. This is a bit of a smaller tunnel. Do I like... No, you know what? 4 wide, actually. Because then we can do a door here, a double door. Then it maybe goes up a little. Like to this height? Yeah, sure. Go away. Well, the seaweed is just gonna bother me the entire time. It's still better than dealing with the drowned. That's not even remotely where you go. So maybe here. Maybe here. I just go straight here and then into the mountain. Like so. And then inside here, there's a staircase that goes up into this room. I like that. Okay. Like, I don't want everything to be on the surface. I do want some stuff to be, like, underground. Just gonna make it very interesting to walk through. Because you just go in some parts and go out others. I just realized one thing that I might dislike is dead ends. I guess, worst case, I can always just hook it up with air vents or whatnot. Alright. Sure. Let's get something started here. Color scheme. Gonna use tough. Gonna use deep slate. Gonna use blackstone? Maybe? It's very dark. What else? Pale oak. I do like pale oak, and let's use some pale moss for texturing. Actually, I shouldn't take texturing stuff in here yet, but... Okay, fill the other bar. These are mainly the glass shades that I want. Maybe cyan? We'll see. There you go. That's glass. Not you, you. So this is the... I sometimes forget I'm underwater and just wonder why I don't fall. Okay, like this. Is this? Yeah, this is correct. Boom. Easy. The kitchen is gonna be here. Can do a door like this. Where's the delete? Give me the delete. I need delete. This one is erase. It's not called delete, because why would it? There we go. I guess I didn't think of that, but that actually isn't too bad. Let's make no upgrades, updates. Oh. I guess that's how that would work. That was on purpose. Okay, maybe I don't want that. Here. Cool. Okay. Yeah, this is obviously gonna be the main throughway with the I need to think of a design for the doors. It would be real cool to have redstone doors. But that's not going to happen until we get access to redstone quartz specifically. Okay, so this is the eating area. You go here to get your food, and then go eat here. The food is prepared in here, obviously, and stored here. So far, so good. I mean, I guess design-wise, I might just go with the old classic. I would like the buildings to be visually distinct, but at the same time, there's only so much we can do in Minecraft. You know what? I don't know why I'm making my life complicated. I can just put these, and then if I want them colored, I can't just go with the pattern tool. Or the noise tool, or whatever it's called. Ooh, we could also... We could also get fancy with it. It's just too far up. Do I want it to be a bit more... Yes, actually, I do want it to be as claustrophobic as possible. Okay, you... I can't really set you to not copy water, can I? Well, that's gonna be annoying. But that works. And we have this here, and this here. We'll make it look good later. I don't know. Maybe you go here instead, and then we have glass here. Actually, yeah. Yeah, it's not perfect, but I think it makes it look a bit more visually interesting. We could even... Nope. No, we can't. That was a bad idea. Okay, let's see. Let's put the full tough thing here. And these for good measure. One option would be to put it directly on top. But I might kind of go against... yeah, that doesn't look rounded. That just looks weird. Oop. That should never ever happen once it's finished. No, maybe I want these here. Maybe it'll make the design look a bit smoother. I'm also thinking maybe the main beams there should be a different color, but... That's a problem for whenever I care about it. Actually, what am I gonna make the ceiling out of? Okay. Then this area here. This is obviously gonna be where the doors are. Like this? Yeah. And then we have the actual walls in between here. Like so. I'm gonna fix that corner afterwards. Isn't there... No, that's the door, Kymar. We've literally been talking about that. I remember. Yeah, let's build these corners in. Most of them won't be visible. Or maybe change from the outside, but just so I can... Just so they don't stay wool. Uh-huh. What do we do with the ceiling? I kinda don't want it to be all just that. Unless, of course... Fuck. Of course it's... Okay, no, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, I can fix this. Haha! Right, then we can put something on top to make it interesting, but then from below, where it actually matters, because... now you will be able to see that from top. But you can put some pipes and stuff on top, which will make it look interesting enough. We can also replace the beams with any other color later. I could just use fill, but no, there's water. Okay, sure. I think these wanna be those. Yeah, that makes it look a bit more cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay, it does look a bit bent, but that's fine. We could do a dent here. Something like this. I'm really thinking too far again. I mean, yeah, sure. We keep doing this. Like so, maybe? Have the same thing go here. And here, to give these side areas a bit more. That's where the... I don't fucking know what to do with this corner. And it doesn't matter, because that one actually won't be visible. Okay... See here now. Maybe this is enough of a dent. Oh, it might be. I wish we had glass slabs. I think we could do a nice little roof ceiling here. A roof ceiling? A ceiling window. I think this works. That is not at all what I want. This and this. There. Then this goes over like so. Cool, cool, cool. Like this should then just go. Oh, maybe not. Maybe this looks better. Okay. Now though. Okay, yep. I can place blocks. Ignore the 7 misplaces I make per second. Like so. Could also try doing something a bit more three-dimensional here. Having like the... Not you. Like kind of underlining the side corridor as a part of a corridor. Okay, sure. Not you. This goes here. This is gonna be so much fun to build in survival. I don't even know what state I want this to be in. Like, I think it would be kind of cool to have it be all worn down and broken down and like half in the ruins. So it's more of a discoverability thing. However, that is going to be significantly more work to do. It could be in pristine condition. And just be like, hey, I did the build, UP, we're done. But that would make my life simple and therefore probably not gonna happen. Where did that go? What just happened? Oh, there. Nope. I don't know why I always do that. I could just... Pop. Oh, that was a misplace. Actually, there. At the very least, I do want to add some patterns to these walls, like so. Not there. There. Yeah. But that's definitely a later thing. Alright. And then we have the inset doors. Like so. This could either be an open corridor. It could be a semi-open corridor. Even one lower, actually. Like so. Yeah, that works. In here, let's just fill this. Yeah, looks a bit better. Oh yeah, that gives it a nice archy kind of feel to it. Yeah. I do still want it to look a bit old schooly. Like almost kind of steampunk vibes. I think this helps a lot for that. Floor. I have some ideas for the floor. Maybe even that. And decide for texturing mainly. Yeah, okay. This should be... Oh no, it's not entirely closed. Huh. I'd have the main texture here just be stone because it gives a very nice concrete kind of vibe. And it looks just way more like concrete than actual Minecraft concrete. Also faster ways of doing this, but until I have this set up, I might as well just do it manually. Alright. I also have to fix this outside. I think maybe the easiest fix here. That is not correct. That is what I wanted. Something like that. Yeah. And then... Okay, sure. Give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that. Just a full set again. Here. Like this. Nope. Yeah, give it a bit some substance out here. Except that now doesn't really stand out, does it? I don't know if I like that. I feel like I'd rather... do it like that. Almost. could also use blackstone for that, but I don't actually want to bring in the blackstone just yet. This is a bit darker in texture. So it stands out. It's also a different texture, so it doesn't look weird. Yeah, that works. It looks incredibly bland, but we can fix that with texturing later. And with extra decoration. I don't know about the roof. There needs to be something on the roof. Also, just to kind of have a bit more light in here. Oh. I wish we could use panes, but that doesn't really work underwater. What else could we do? Trapdoors, but those are going to use a lot of space, which is then lacking in the interior department. That's a worry we can get to when we get to. There we go. This is going to be where they get the food. Maybe there's a central. There's no center. Sure. Or we make a center. Boom. That works. Yeah, sure. All right. I do love tough blocks. They have such a nice texture. Like, they have such a nice 3D effect to them, even though they're entirely flat. All right. Then here, the floor. What did happen there? Yeah, okay, there's... Okay. Let's move that over then. Oh, that was fully intended. Don't worry about it. Yeah, okay, I like that. It's gonna dry out anyway, but it bothers me. So what's going on here? Why are you like this? It's fine. Ignore it. Yeah, so there's gonna be the tables here. Maybe even this lining is gonna be... I know why it does that, but I wish it wouldn't. I gotta be in first person for this. Alright, like this. We could outline the walls with that. Give the floor a bit of depth. I don't know if I like that. I'll do it for now, and then whenever I get to interior work. Yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen there. Okay. door. Now, there are multiple options. Let me get a new... There's obviously the copper doors, which I am planning to use a lot. And then there's pretty much pale oak. The other ones don't really fit the vibe. And I think it's going to depend mostly on the interior of each individual room, what fits best in the moment. Alright. It's like... I feel like here pale oak works better. Maybe you use copper for the lower sectors and more fancy pale oak up here. Maybe that's an idea. Pale oak looks a bit more sterile, a bit more clean. You can't really see... Well, okay, no, I keep forgetting that I'm tiny. I'm like way shorter than a normal Minecraft character in this model. Which doesn't help here, but hey, what can you do? For the corridor. Let's start with this one because it doesn't have doors. Actually, maybe we should start with the one with doors. Okay, let's start with a basic color palette. The easiest way to make nice corridors is to split them into segments. Because this isn't very long here, shorter segments make sense. Maybe 7 blocks? Maybe for the specific one 6 blocks, because there's gonna be... Like these doors are gonna be central, potentially. Okay, I mean, I guess. Because the problem right now is... This is a segment of 6. This is a segment of 6, and then this is not a clear segment. Which is fine, we can just move the tunnel. Nope, that's supposed to stand there. Like this. Yeah. Someone like that. Wait, this needs to go even lower. Let's keep that intact as much as we can. Actually, these ones are fine anyway. Plop. Plop. Cool. Then we just have to move this segment over by 1. And not the segment, the tunnel. So for these... That is too tall. Yeah, that's better. And the floor, obviously, concrete. Let's just fill this up. Problem solved. Hmm. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. Get a bit more interesting in design here. Don't know about that. No. Sure. Maybe even that. No, that looks like a Christmas tree. We can have these on the side there. And these surrounded like that. And then... Oh. Oh, okay, hear me out. Where's the waxed version? There. We'll need to be able to justify this. Okay, you know what? Let's start with the... Let's start with a clean version. And then once I'm done with everything, we fuck it up. So this is what it would look like fresh. And then we have to justify that, and then we go from there. And here... Actually... Maybe this would be more interesting. No, I can't use walls. I need to just give up on the walls. Actually, I can use stairs. Maybe like this. Nah, I might as well just use a full block. And this would be an option. Don't hate it. Also, I realized the entire time I could have just used this. 2 flips. Voila, problem solved. Replace these just so the mirror mirrors. Oh, why are you there? Go where you belong. Oh, that was on purpose. For fuck's sake. There we go. Well, I don't know if that's the intended effect, though. No, that's even more the opposite. I guess maybe from the inside? make it look a bit more circular, but then... Then we can have this. It's circular, like so, maybe? Oh, no. Okay, but what if it's higher up? Is that a full block in here? No, it's not. That could be a problem when we try to get light in. Counterpoint. What if? Oh, that doesn't work. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. So these are full blocks. So why am I using... Alright. Like this. Have a bit of a beam going on there, maybe. Honestly, I think that works. These could even be slabs. Yeah, don't hate that. I keep forgetting it'll do that. Right, then we have these slabs here. Because obviously inside here... now what are they called? Lamps? Copper. Bulbs. Of course they call bulbs. Oh. Oh, that is the most ugly ass boring lamp that I've seen in my life. Oh no. What do you do about that? Actually, I don't even know what to do with this. Yeah, that works. Something like that. Nah. Maybe instead of that. So first of all, go there. We do have copper lanterns. So we might just throw one of them in here instead. Yeah. Let me, now that's done, see this again. Actually, better. It would be nice to have a bit more of a... of texture to anything. That's awkward. Maybe not there. But... yeah, I don't know. It doesn't really fit either way. What could fit, actually, would be this. Yeah, I think that makes it somewhat interesting. Actually, what we can do... It's one of them's. Okay, stop touching anything. There we go. What did I break on this side? A lot. Sometimes just panic and start breaking blocks. Like an idiot. And I need to check if that actually works. But if we can do this, like having these next to each other without the water going through, I think that would add a nice level of detail to the outside. About the most we can do without having access to most blocks, honestly. Okay, I do actually like that as well. Or that's an option. There's options here. I love options. Yeah, if we need those. I don't know. I do like this detail. So that's probably gonna stay. I do definitely want more copper details. Maybe like this even. I don't know, I feel like this... Maybe more like this. What's this gonna look like? It's a kind of... Okay, these just look like they're there for being there now. No, we can also put those there, but I don't really know what the purpose of them would be. They could... That could work. Give a bit more copper in here as well. Okay, I don't hate that. Actually, we do have the thingy on the server, which would allow me to do this as well. No, I think that's too much. That makes the corners look a bit too busy. Yeah, that's better. That would be an option. Or even that. Or that. Ooh. Thank you, thank you, thank you, camera. Actually, kind of do like that. Making my life harder again for no reason. Probably, but it's fine. Even if it doesn't work, it's easily changed. So now we stack this part. 3. Nope, not 4, just 3. Stack this part, and this part I think I'll have to build manually. This part I think I don't have to build at all, because it goes into the wall there. Cool. Awesome. This will be replaced by that. I gotta stop picking up blocks. I gotta just commit to scrolling to them. Right, I have kind of a shelf thingy here that works. Break this. Alright, that's the floor. Now you to you. Copy those as well. Nice. Okay. Oh, now that's stacked. I actually do like that. The ceiling feels plain. However, there we go. Yeah, that also gives it a bit more texture. I feel like... What's missing is a color that kind of connects the dark gray and the orange. Like the orange stands out a bit too much. If we just get one other color in there to kind of bridge the... But I don't know. It might also be fine once it's not this bright orange anymore. Actually, yeah, green would be for a fact. Well, not the bright green, I guess, but the in-between. I don't really want to use wood. Nether bricks I probably shouldn't be using. No, I think this, like exposed specifically, is gonna look a lot better. But I'm gonna go with clear copper for now. That's one for texturing. No, that's fine. Then we have this part, which how's that even gonna work? Is that gonna be complicated, or am I just overthinking it? I'm going to have... Okay, let's just make it entirely symmetrical, even though... Like, we can put a window in there. That's fine. So... Okay, I'm already making it unnecessarily complicated. I can just copy this. This entire thing. Here. And here. And here. Boom. Easy. Actually, a lot less complicated than I thought it would be. Hey, Chai. What about the ceiling? I guess... Why is there... Okay, how are you making my life hard again? There. Just comping the side bits. Sure. Yeah, that works. And then... Oop, That was on purpose. It could be a bit more interesting. Okay, I gotta stop. Just scroll there. A bit more like this. Oh, we could have a little pillar in there. Okay, yeah, sure. Then in here... Okay. Oh, right. Okay, here this might not overcomplicate things. Yep, I think that works. This side. I had kind of the idea to have like a glass... Oh. Okay. How about we turn off the... No, here. No more symmetry. Did I break anything in here? Of course I did. Alright, so here... Yeah. Let's just go there. This is gonna line up with this. This is just gonna be open, but it's gonna line up with the staircase. No. Something like that. Then have like a glass thingy like so. Except maybe that's a bit much. Maybe frame it a little bit. Oh, no. I don't really know how to frame this. I can't really touch this side because... There. Another option. This side, obviously the wall is gonna get in the way, but I need to like see it. I mean, I guess. That doesn't really work. At least it looks more like framing. Yeah. Then I guess we can just put this away and on here. And fill it like this. Yeah. Not perfect, but I'll fix it up later when I have the entire thing done and kind of more of an idea of what's going on. I don't know what to do with this. Lantern? No, there's so many lanterns. Maybe... give me a... I don't like that the unwaxed version is first. There you go. A ceiling fan. Kinda. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. Okay, the staircase next. How? How do you build a staircase? The orange is too orange, which is not per se a problem. Guess. We could add entire trim. Nope. Actually, I do think that adds a lot. That connects it a lot more. Maybe these are silly. Maybe that's just better like this. I'm building an underwater laboratory. I'm trying to figure out how to make copper fit into this, because it's incredibly orange. And at some point I will replace it with like different versions of oxidized copper. I think that's fine. Yeah, so this is going to be a hallway that goes into the crew quarters, which is going to be like sleeping quarters over there. There's going to be a cantina down here. So about the least interesting part of the lab itself. But it's a pretty easy part to build, and I can gonna get the whole vibe done before having to worry about building actual machinery and whatnot. Okay, if that immediately starts, where do we end? That is... I guess that still works. How can I walk up? Thank you. Okay, actually I'd rather start there and have it end one block sooner. I can assume that I had more than enough space there. I'll be honest. Oh. What just happened? Did I do it wrong? I guess I did it wrong the first time. Well, that's all the better. So we'll need this and probably this. Oh, that's fine. That, however, is not fine. Oh, that's because of replace. Okay. Then let's just stack this. Okay, let's just stack this part. Then I can do this entire part without affecting anything else. Like so. And for the sides, I have to put pillars in and everything, and then it's gonna change again, but just so my brain can compute it a bit better. I always add too much detail to a wall, and then I realize now I have to make it diagonal. Which one option would be to just take a section here. Just the entire blob. Actually, no, that is not at all what I should do. I should clone it. Rotate it this way. Like this, I guess. Okay, yeah. Then remove the bottom parts. There we go. Okay, we have 2, 3. Sure. It's not a problem already starts because okay, give me this entire thing. I can just do it, and then if I don't like it, then that's whatever, right? Like this. Like 3. Is that correct? I guess it is, yeah. Because this has to be one higher, otherwise it's gonna be below. Yeah, and why am I on a new bar? Give me that. Yeah, we just fill these in. That is a bit weird, but not bad. That can be a full block. Like so. No, I think these can stay. Stair there. A stair there. These are probably slabs. Can put slabs there. Okay. Stairs there. Maybe. No, they're gonna look too straight. Okay, the trapdoors, that's gonna be a different issue, but okay, can you not do that? Thank you. Or is this entire thing? Actually, maybe I keep that around. Also, what happened to you? There we go. Yeah, that's better. I think it actually kind of works. Okay, I think what I need to do is actually, in fact, delete this. Boom. Fill in the stupid hole it leaves. Something like that. Actually, you know what? Let's wait with the outside. Clone this entire thing. This thing. I guess up to here? No, it needs to clone the entire thing. No, actually just to here. And here. And then we just fill in the bottom lid. That actually works way too well. Is that accurate? Nope. Hello, can you undo it? Thank you. I don't know why it undid the thing, but didn't give me the... Is that... I really don't see what I'm doing. It's kind of my main issue here. Like so, then. Well, almost. How does that work? Also, these should be like so. Yeah, whatever. Why is it? Oh, it's because it's an even number. Right. Okay. That's not a problem, though, is it? What we gotta do is move the entire thing down by like half a block. Like so. That is not what I... No. There we go. This in... actually, these, let's stay with the normal ones. Okay, and then we just fill in... Looks like tile stairs? That's not accurate. What have I been doing? How did I not notice that? There. There. What about you in a sec? That is also not the correct block. There we go. It's a stair. Okay, the outside we worry about in a sec. Okay. Then have these here as well. Same kind of pattern. Actually, don't know if that works with the height. So I do feel like you're about to hit your head here. Okay, let's just increase it by 1. More like this with a lantern here. That is not a lantern. What then? What do we do with that? Okay, sure. Okay, you know, why am I making my life hard again? Let's just use this. Cool. Yeah. Okay. What's that? Is that a fun detail, or is that too much? I do kind of like it. Yeah, no, I like it. It can be a bit much. I think that fits the vibe. Okay, on the inside, it is a bit busy, I will say. But there's only so much I can do to fix that without completely giving up the pattern. Okay, let's... have this a bit more like this, so we can actually see outside. Yeah, I probably should have disabled symmetry for that one. Yeah, sure. Then... also, why is there still wool? Cool. There's also wool. This I don't really care too much. Okay, yeah, that works. Now, the copper, the trim. How can I imitate that trim? I could try this. Or could I? We could just not do it. Alternatively, I think this is by far the easiest way. Yeah, sure, whatever. Nope, you up. Yeah. I guess that's about the only way to get it done. Then have this there. Don't really need one there. Doesn't really need one at all, does it? Okay, then the only thing that needs to be fixed is this. Which isn't too hard. This, which might also not be too hard. That's awkward. Yeah, sure. It's always the here. I know. I guess we just... But then it doesn't... Okay, okay, what if we do this? Yeah? I don't know. I don't know what to do, because whatever I do, it's gonna be a mess. And maybe that's fine. Maybe I just leave it. And maybe I accept it's gonna be a mess and just don't touch it anymore. Like, it looks fine enough. It's not really gonna be visible from the outside too much anyway. From the inside it's a mess, but that's, yeah, inevitable. It's less visible from the inside how much of a mess it is. And from the outside, all you're effectively gonna see is this. Right. Well, I guess no, you're gonna see more from other... actually, even from this side, you're gonna barely notice it. From the main sector, you're gonna see some stuff. It does look like a mess, though. No, it mainly bothers me that it doesn't... Like, you know, it goes in one step, then two step, then half a step, then whatever the fuck this is. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Also, hi, Gal. This tunnel here. I think I can just copy the main tunnel again. Yeah. Oh, I realize I do need to change the... Maybe I don't need to change it. Maybe I want to do the thing again where we have like a passageway underneath. Where like all the pipes run. Okay, bring that here. Connect it correctly, ideally. Confirm. Okay, yeah. The only thing, obviously, it doesn't go south are the windows. Which we just replace with these pseudo shelves. Wouldn't they be better? Or like this? Yeah, they would be. No, I actually don't know if this is gonna line up. However, I don't care. Oh, it does kind of line up. Nice. There we go, another hallway done. This is fine. This I can cheat a little. Nice. Then here in the end, we just put a plop. Okay. Then what? I mean, these are basically guaranteed. Nope, here. Could use walls, actually. No. It's on the ground, I could use walls, but here, let's just do that. Yeah. The outside. Almost. Might change those with copper. I mean, that works. Could even, if I want to be real fancy. Have a little window there. I keep forgetting there's water in here. That works. Okay. These I'm gonna build by hand. Because they're gonna be pretty limited over here. Pop, 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 pop. Nope, here. Pop, 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 pop. All right. I think that works. Oh, I never did that on this side, huh? That's awkward. Glad I figured that out before I mirrored the entire thing or something silly. And copied it and moved it up and down. Okay, that's fine. That'll explain why this side looked so flat. Still looks like a mess, but at least consistent. On this side it's fine, because this is going to be an interior wall for pretty much all of it. Alright, however, the staircase is no longer going to be there. It is now going to be here. Nice and centralized. That is not the block I meant. There. One day I will be able to hit these buttons. Okay, yeah. Makes you question, why is there this hallway, this part, if it's not used? Answer? I don't know. Okay, hit off all of these. Don't need them anymore. I guess we could put the entrance to like the bathrooms here. Oh yeah, the bathroom is going to be here. We don't need these windows either. I guess we can put the bathroom here. Then replace this window and keep these windows just to have a bit more of a... Just let you see some outsides. Is there just no water in here anymore? So this entire thing now is technically sealed. Can I... I wonder... I think World is easier here. That number is a bit too high for my taste. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Maybe let's start with a small number. / rain 10. Okay. Yeah, the draining process here is going to be a bit of a problem. Let's see what sponges can do. Okay. I guess we do it the old school way. As well. Oh, that's not good. All right. Actually kind of works. Here. Cool. Well, that's also not ideal. There. I can theoretically just spam sponges and then removes all the sponges in the area. Okay. Where does this come from? There. Okay, it does actually drain the outside, but it immediately refills, so I'm fine with that. Alright. I thought I could just automatically remove them. Here I am, not doing that. Here. That's probably as far as I can get for now, because the door's still open. Nope. And this is obviously still open. Cool. That works. I don't like this part, but fine, I'll get over it. The dripping. There's only so much I can do about that. This should be fine. Actually, no, not if I hit that one. If I hit that one, it's not fine. So excited to do this in the live server. Okay. There you go. That works. So it didn't fill them in. There you go. Okay, nice. We go up here. All right. I wonder if there's a more efficient way to do this. I feel like any algorithm that could do that, like any Axiom thing, might also flood the interior again. So we just do it manually. Which I don't even have to do here, because in the schematic it's gonna be fucked up again anyway. I just hate looking at it. Well, what can you do? There. Nice. I kind of like the circle here. So, how late is it? 1 AM. I mean, I guess I made decent progress. I might... Why are you leaking? Not a problem for now. It's really fixed whenever I fix the actual thingy. Ah. How large would the living quarters even be? Because, okay, hear me out. What if? Obviously, this is going to be a staircase down, right? Into the... This highest one... Yeah. I think that's... Right, it connects, because... It connects, but it shouldn't be a source. Nope, okay, that's good. So that way we can still look down here. Hmm. Would I want that to be a full door? I guess there is only... Hmm. Like this. Here the same with the floor. That is not the correct door. I have these doors, and then the problem with that is it's very unclear which is like the main... I guess we can't just not have a door here. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I did want to have like blast doors. Well, I guess this section is not going to have blast doors. No, there isn't really a way to add them now. I would need like a in-between gap here. That's fine. Now, you. Do I have stairs? Nope. The chains. That's not a chain, that's a chain. There. Here. Stone. First floor. Gonna be here. Is this first floor level? No, it's not. This should be. Maybe the what? Huh? Okay. Let's do this. Nope. Get. No, this is... Well... What's the math here? I don't care what the math is, this needs to go one down. Or I get... Wait, okay. This is gonna be the floor and the ceiling of that level, right? It goes down 3 from there, and then we have the floor here. The floor here is gonna be the ceiling here. And then it goes down 3 to this level. Yep, this is correct. Which means this also needs to go 1 out. Which means this line is gonna line up with the... That should be fine. I wish we had more space here. Yeah, it's kind of the only way to do it, because I don't want just 1 block here. Or... Bloop. Really? I hate you. Okay. Nice. That works. The pots. How are we gonna do them? Then there's also this one up here. The little quote-unquote control tower. Why am I always doing this? Why can't I just pick a little cute, nice build? This is gonna take weeks. Ugh. Maybe I just need to lock in. Also, now the ceiling here looks even blander, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. That's gonna get... It's all gonna get better whenever I get to decorating it. Did we go through the entire playlist? I guess we did. All right. The pots. I'm getting tired. I don't know if I want to end stream already or if I want to continue a little. Okay, fix this corner whenever I'm done with the pots. Right, because there is... gonna be... Why? No, these, obviously. Nope. I didn't even consider how I'm gonna do the corridor. I guess the question is, do we have individual rooms? Or do we just have one big... I think having some rooms is better. In which case... a room needs to be 6 wide, so we can have bed, hallway, bed. The room itself should also be exposed to the water side, just so they have a bit of a view. Which means we're gonna have a hallway that's too wide. We're gonna have first room like this. Yeah, that's 2 rooms. I guess that makes sense. It lines up with the... Okay, sure. Whatever works. I could do something with this cave here. But that's later for the maintenance part. Alright. I can probably chop out this entire section here. Boom. 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 Nice. Alright, you as well. Sure. Let's say the hallway goes here. Then these are the rooms. That's still mirrored, mostly. That is also not the correct block. Right. These are all going to be a bit claustrophobic, but that's fine. That is not correct. You are supposed to be that. Thank you very much. All right. Now, let's turn this on. Yeah, might be helpful here. That way we'll have less water to deal with later. I guess, are we gonna do it from here again? I'll add one now just so I have an idea of where things go. Okay. This is really more of a bunker area then. What can we do with this part? Worry about that later. Nope, no, stop placing them. All right. I guess how I'm gonna make these walls interesting from the outside. It doesn't really matter because this part actually won't be visible from outside. Unless someone actually goes outside, but at that point that's not my problem. There are gonna be warning signs, don't go outside, you'll die because it's this steep. That's gonna be the main and only reason those signs are there. Yeah, I have tiny little windows there, because why not? Extra light. I think we can even put them here. Maybe here. I'll put no temporary one. these. How long has rotational been active? Not long, actually. Would have placed the glass in different spots otherwise. Okay. Cool. Right, and then up here we're gonna have another room. That is more of just a hangout and vibe room. Maybe I have an idea for that. Maybe. That works. Then we have these. Gonna add details in 3D and anything later. Alright, I guess we can just also fill this in. I just need to place blocks for now. Once I have my blocks, once I have a basic understanding of what I actually want with this, I can always change them. It's just a... oh. Where do you get in here? So it's just the first few blocks that are a problem. Like, yeah, it looks incredibly basic and boring and not good right now, but that's fine. It'll look better. Eventually. Staircase. What do I do with you? Just like so. It feels a bit cheap. Oh, now I know what to do with that. Well, I don't know what to do with that, but I have an idea. Here, same thing. Oh no, the iron anyway. Then on this level... what we gonna do with the ceiling? Because... on the upper floor, I obviously want the floor to be there, which ideally would be concrete, but... like here, which... that is concrete, don't argue. On this side, because it's also going to be the ceiling, it would need to be consistent. Actually, it's not a problem. We can just put slabs on the other side here. Yeah, it's fine. Sure, let's just... okay, don't know what I'm doing here. Boom, problem solved. Et voilà. Honestly, it's not too bad. It looks a bit too industrial and less like sleeping pots, but I guess it doesn't need to look like sleeping pots. I don't know why I kept saying that. Sure, that works. Let's get the symmetry back. No. Let's get these. Bad door. Cool. I don't want to get too ahead on interior. However, of course. Oh, yeah, no, that's what I want. It always has to be difficult, doesn't it? There. Then can I bunk Betty? How does that work? Oh, I need to crouch. That makes sense. Yeah, I have some bunk beds going on. That's... okay, fine. These are just kind of placeholder for now, so I have at least an idea what the room is. Empty. Here. That's how you spell sponge. That's how you spell sponge. Right. Cool. Nice. I probably should just do that before I add all the details. That seems so much easier. Okie dokie. Did I move the... yes, I did move it, but I didn't move it dangerously. There. Alright. Then... so the thing that I'm kind of thinking... the thinky thing that I'm doing is... give me a path from... can I not click the water? Thank you. From here. Or... counterpoint from here. To kinda here, to kinda here, right? Then have it kind of mirrored, and then give me a Bezier curve. Thank you. Maybe another Bezier. Give me... I don't know what the fuck that is. No. Do you have this one? Yeah. Okay, do you have this one, but a bit more curved? Like this one is a Bezier. No. Okay, sure. It's always the specific one you need, huh? I think that's fine. I'll make the Bezier work. Maybe I won't make the Bezier work. No, the catenary is still not the correct one. Inverted. It's a very nice tool, but not the one I need. Okay. I think this is probably the closest I get to what I need. Okay, what if you go out by one? I think the problem is I need another dot. Yeah, that very much looked like the problem. Right, something like that for the room parts up here. I just realized they won't line up there nicely, but that's fine. I don't even care. I'm not mad about that. I so don't care. You couldn't see me caring any less, really. Okay, so this is definitely a no-go. This might not be, depending on how I do the... Yeah, we could make some nice balcony here. A door here, some seating areas outside. I could just fill this in completely, but I feel like... What I'd rather have would be this. Alright, something like this. Okay, maybe something like this. Just using the same block right now, just for... this. That's the wrong glass. Okay, and then this line, nope. Again, the texture and the... It's all up for debate in the end. Nope, here and here. I don't know about that. Actually, maybe I do know about that. Maybe I like that. I do think it kind of works. Like maybe I replace this with this. Or even with this. Yeah, that works even better. Then right, the water. Why is there always water everywhere? Hmm. What are we doing here? That's 4, 4. No, it has to be here. Mm. I have windows here like this. Nah, sure, why not? Right, and then we're gonna have... No, actually, I want to scroll here. Because... These... Okay. One solution could be this, and then that. Yeah, that still works. And then here we can add a trim or something that kind of makes this less of a problem. Yeah. Maybe... Yeah, I could even see that working. Might get a bit too fancy at this point, but actually, I don't... No, that works. Steampunk is fancy, which is kind of a bit what I'm going for. Cool. A roof. Why do we do a roof here? I'm trying to think of interesting roof shapes. The easiest would be to start on like a high point over the door and then just go down from there. But then I would kind of need to justify that with the... Might be doable. Oh. I need to not be in third person, otherwise it's gonna cause problems. What we can do here is just connect these. Use stairs and slabs. Maybe not like that. Wasn't that... yeah, that is the one. Okay, can I just use slabs? Is that an option? That's fine, I'll do it manually. No. Okay, let's go with this. This is a bit easier to work with. Yeah, no. Try to make this look good somehow. Why not? It's so far so easy. Okay. I know what I'm doing. I think that's okay. Just placing these to connect them properly. This as well. Okay. Actually. No, that works. That does work. Because the center part here is going to be covered. Something like this. Might be fine. And then on this side. Actually. Yeah, that's maybe better. Let's break these. Make this like more of an official doorway. I don't like being able to see these though, which... No problem solved there. Except for here. Well, one option. And it's still kind of visible technically, but... Yeah, it works. Sure. Make this a full block, that makes it a bit more... No, this needs to be covered. Sure. Like so. Then... Again, just putting full blocks for now. I can fix it later. Rounding it out a little. I don't like this, but I don't think I can really fix that. I don't think the... Like we could do this, which would be a bit... Not really. That's fine, that's good enough. Oh, we might even... Yeah, that works. That works really well, actually. Okay, down here. Now that it's sealed off. Didn't I have a sponge somewhere? You stay close, please. I guess it's fine if that's mirrored. I did low-key forget about it. All right. And this. Cool. No more water. Yeah, that's cool. It's also gonna look a bit cooler when there's an actual landscape. I guess there is more of a landscape than there will ever be right now, but that's how I mean. Cool. Here too. Like so. Nice. Right, the thing I was thinking here. I don't really love it, but there's only so much I can do in Minecraft with railings. I realize a bigger problem. Actually, it's not that big of a problem there. Solved. Yeah, it's what we get. I have to deal with it. This could be replaced. Nah. It could, but it won't. Sure, something like that. Make it a bit more interesting. Okay, I got distracted with stuff again. That's not for now. For now, is this outside? The roof, even. The roof, which... Oh no. Okay. I think that roof is going to look different from the inside. Just to make my life a little easier. For once. Okay, continue this here, this here, this here. Like that. Yeah. Here. This is not as easy as I hoped it would be. clouds again. Only so much I can do. And also really doesn't matter from the outside again. Sure. Suppose. Yeah, it's like hardly visible from outside, and it doesn't even look bad. It's just the color scheme that needs a bit of adapting. Ah, this part. Oh, that was on purpose. Fuck. I think I know what happened to the sponge. Okay, then we have this little part, which just gets a little fixed like so. Like so. Cool. I suppose that can stay. Oh, no, 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 that doesn't have to stay. That I'm just stupid. Oh no. I'm getting tired, that's a problem there. Okay, let's just fix this. That is correct. This, however, is not. You know what? There's like a whole thing that isn't accurate here. I didn't even consider. Why is there water coming through? Fuck off. There we go. Plop, plop. Cool. You're not. Cool. Alright. Now we have this side, which... I don't even know how this happened. But it should be fixed now. Voila. I don't want this. Go away. Okay, this wool can go. The surface here needs some work, but that's an issue for later. I think overall there's a nice build. Just putting these here, so. And here? Is that correct? It's not entirely correct, but it looks good enough. Yeah, it works with the whole symmetry. This side, I guess. We could do that. I think that'd be fun. Then have some windows here. The lower side there. Need to think of a way to like. Okay, what if we... What if they're 2x2s? Like so. Like so. And like... Fuck, almost. What if the outer ones are 2x2s? And this is a 3x2, I guess. Okay, deep slate. Give me that, give me that, give me that, and that for good measure. So if anything, it goes down here, right? Yeah, that works. No. That bothers me. Okay, I think that's good. That looks real solid. There's also just 0 copper there, which needs to change, but that might be a tomorrow issue. Maybe I end it there. It's 2 AM. I think that's a fair time to end. Have a little weather vane up there. Okay, yeah. We have the kitchen, which isn't the kitchen yet. We have the storage room, which isn't the storage room yet. Well, that's a problem. Let's turn that off. We have the cafeteria, which isn't that yet. A scuffed hallway. An unscuffed hallway. And a slightly scuffed hallway. Which has this little room. As well as the sleeping quarters. I think that's work for a day. Actually, did I fix all of these? Yes, I did. Cool. You know what, this block... Yawn, yawn, yawn. I know I'm tired. Yawning isn't gonna change that. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I think that's progress for a day. Now the thing that I don't know is, do I want to finish a sector completely before moving on to the next, or do I just do the like basic rooms like this for now? And then I go over all of them again with like decoration and interior? I think I just do the outside first. Then I might have a bit of a feeling more for the entire thing. So let's just look from outside. You probably won't see anything because the clear water. Yeah. Actually, don't need that anymore. I did install a mod that makes me like see liquids clear from inside. Oh, now this renders differently. That's fine. Is this what it looks like? Shader, help me. Oh, that might have been... No, never mind, it was a good idea. Never a bad idea in my life. Okay, with shader you just don't see anything, which makes sense. I do kind of like that. I mean, Minecraft without shader is always not too atmospheric, is it? I wonder how this will look like if it's like actually underwater. Because right now it's quite bright. That does look kind of sick though. It is just way too bright because the water's just like a block thick. Alright. OPS, where did you put the chat window? Oh, there it is. Huh. Where did it go? Oh well. I do be thinking even, that might be stream for today. Okay, you know what? I gotta log in tomorrow, actually, for real. I'm gonna finish this thing because I do want to do other things in my life, and this build is once again way too big. So I might actually log in until it's finished. Where's my outro music? Why isn't it playing? There it is. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a real nice evening / night. I don't know if I'm gonna hop onto the server. No, you know what? No, I could just go to bed. I didn't want to fix my sleep schedule anyway, which... honestly, that's not gonna happen while I build this, but if I go to sleep now, then I can wake up a bit earlier, get some stuff done before it's like 8 p.m. Would that be nice? Bye!